Are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always with my brother Tim. And today we've got one baseball game. We've got how many basketball games? A lot. And then we got 4 hockey games to go over. So it should be a decent slate today. But before we take a look at today's slate, before we break down what we're going to be going over for today, I want to take a look back at what happened yesterday and see what went right and what went wrong. And for me, it was kind of a mixed bag. I went 1-2 in college football. I went 3-3 in hockey, and I went 0-1 in basketball. Golden State, you're dead to me. Having a 19-point lead and blowing that crap, that was annoying. And then college football, Tulane, they got completely obliterated. I was hoping they would have a backdoor cover somewhere in there. Did not happen. ULL pretended that Arkansas State was a competitive team and only beat them by 1 point, of course. San Jose State did come back, though. They were down, I think, 17-3 at one point. And they did come back and cover that 4-point spread. Thank you to San Jose State for taking care of a really bad UNLV team. On the hockey ice or on the rink, I went 3-3. My losses, I thought Montreal was a trap, or I thought that Carolina game was a trap. Everybody was on Carolina. It was a pick'em. 0-4 Montreal was a pick'em versus a good 2-0 Carolina Hurricanes team. I just thought something was fishy about it. No. Apparently, the books love giving out free money with that one. The public absolutely ate on that. Nashville did not come through for me. That was whatever. And then Arizona plus the goal and a half at -155, -135, whatever. Did not come through. They got beat pretty good. And then my 3 wins, though, there were San Jose Sharks. They got a nice 2-1 win there. Also, the Florida Panthers took care of business against the Avalanche. The Avalanche, they've got some concerns there. They're struggling to score right now. Only putting up one goal against Bobrovsky and the Panthers last night. Washington Capitals with no sweat winner on that last one there.
Yeah. Going over yesterday's, I know we didn't talk any baseball because we didn't have a line at that point. I ended up betting Atlanta, so that one didn't really work out. Then going to NBA, 3 games yesterday. First 2, easy, no sweat. Atlanta, thank you very much for winning by like 30. That was kind of nice. And Miami Heat, I knew something was up there. I knew it was a letdown spot. I did not expect. I gotta pull up the box score from that one because that one was a little bit funky. With how bad. Yeah, how about a 40-17 first quarter? At one point, it was 29-7. Milwaukee, what? I don't know. That one was a little bit sketchy. But I'm glad I was on that Miami side. Golden State, -3.5 was my only loser last night out of the 3 games. And it was about 5 seconds away from being a winner if Golden State held on to that 19-point lead, or B, when they went up 4 with 5 seconds to go, they didn't allow a 3-pointer from Paul George. So that one could have easily been a casher. Could have been a nice 3-0 night. 2-1, good take it. It's fine. At least it was positive. And we'll move on to the next day. Yeah, and we had the 3 college football plays. Went 1 and 2 on those. So ultimately, I think it was a all right day. So 2, 1, 1, 4, and 5 on our premiums. But I got five premiums locked up and loaded for NBA and 2 free plays up on the site. We do have a best bet in the NBA and in the NHL tonight, so we have 2 games that we will not be going over. But we'll go ahead, hop into the chat, say hi, and then we'll move on from there. We'll go on with the slate. What up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's get ready to cash today. I hit the like button, people. Full slate of NBA, and Marcos is ready. We're ready to go. Lead the troops, of course. Marcos. Celtics, Knicks, Spicy Nugs. I like the first two, and we're not going to that's the one game we're not going to discuss today. Atlanta blew out Dallas. That -2.5 was good. Miami plus I had before the line flipped. I cashed that. That 2, I took it minus as well. And Golden State was a hell of a game. Yeah, and the Clippers just came back and were able to cover. So nothing we could do there. It's fine. But good call on the NBA picks. Let's see what you got today off a good start. Yeah, 8-4 start off of NBA. So I'm happy with this so far. That Browns game went way under. Anyways, Cleveland -2 was good. College football was a little crazy last night. Yeah, it was a little weird. The Bucks had 3 points in the first quarter, around 4 minutes. Yeah, around the 4-minute mark. Yeah, that one. I expected a letdown spot for Milwaukee. I did not expect that. I'll take it, but I did not expect that. That was kind of ugly. Well, we'll go ahead and get going with today's slate. Start off in baseball. Let Nick introduce the games.
Yeah, Game 6 of the American League Championship Series here as the Houston Astros return home to take on the Boston Red Sox in this spot here. Luis Garcia and Nathan Eovaldi, your pitching matchup for this one. Around -110 for these Houston Astros, around a pick or even money for these Boston Red Sox. Totaled 8 or 9 now in this game. What are you looking at for this one?
Over. Yeah, this is not even. It's kind of funny how they were hitting at 9, 9.5, 10, and then they brought it to 8.5 earlier. Now it's up to a 9 again. So I'd be doing a little bit of line movement. But come on, this series has gone over every single game. The first 5 games of the series, one offense will end up doing enough to push it over by themselves. And I think that both offenses come to play. I know Boston, this is a do or die game for them. I'm expecting bats. I'm expecting offense and a lot of it. I don't know why it was that low to start off. Both these teams are both 9-1 over under record their last 10. This game is going over the total, and I think this is going to be the last game of the ALCS. I think the Houston Astros clinch a World Series spot today.
Yes. Looking at this one here, Nathan Eovaldi and Luis Garcia, they both didn't look good in their appearances. Garcia only went 1 inning in his appearance in this CS, where he gave up 5 earned runs. All in only 2 hits. He did walk 3 batters, though, in that game. He's not looked particularly great in the playoffs because he also was part of that 12-6 loss against the White Sox. On the other side, Eovaldi, he did not look good in his last start. He went 0.2 innings, allowing 4 earned runs on 2 hits, walking 2. And then previous to that, he did go 5 1/3, giving up 3 earned runs on 5 hits against these Astros as well. I like the over in this game as well. I got it at 8.5. It's now up to 9. I think that this is a spot where, once again, it's going to go over this total. I feel like we're going to see some runs in this game. I also lean towards the team total over for the Houston Astros. And I look for a little bit of champagne to be popped tonight as the Houston Astros, I believe, will win this game and punch their ticket into the World Series to play the Dodgers later in the week. Because, the Dodgers are going to come back from down 3-1. We all know it. It's Atlanta.
It's going back into Atlanta. No, stop it.
It's Atlanta. They're known for choking. They've done it the last 2 years. With baseball, they choked it in the DS 2 years ago against the Cardinals, losing up 2-1. They lose 3-2. They were up 3-1 to the Dodgers last year. They lost in 7. They're up 3-1 against the Dodgers again this year. Now it's 3-2. Watch out.
No.
I think the Dodgers win that series. But Astros win this game. It goes over the total. I'll lean towards the team total over with the Astros. My favorite play in this one is over the total.
Sounds good. Go back to the chat for just a minute. Oh yeah. Good job on the hockey picks too, Nick. 3-3 is still good.
No, laying the juice.
We'll go ahead. We got a couple hockey games to talk over. We're going to talk over 3 out of the 4 hockey games. We can start with the San Jose Sharks. Taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Sharks undefeated at 3-0 against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are 2-2 this year. Toronto is at -230 in this game. Total of 6. Where are you looking at this one, Nick?
Yeah, this is definitely a situational spot if I've ever seen one. We're getting the San Jose Sharks here. They're 3-0 coming into the season. The Maple Leafs 2-1-1 so far. Maple Leafs losing one of their games in overtime. Their last game in overtime to the New York Rangers, where they vastly outshot them. And then on the other side, we have SJ Shark who is undefeated, which is kind of surprising. They did beat the Senators last night. We did cash on the Sharks last night. I got them at +102 yesterday or 2 days ago for that game against the Senators. They end up going, I think, up to a -110, -112. And now I'm going to turn around and fade this team here. I'm going to go with the Toronto Maple Leafs. I got them on the puck line here. Let's see if this line's moved at all. Yeah, it's moved a little bit. I got their puck line at +112. It's now at +100. I like the Toronto Maple Leafs in this spot here. I also got their team total over 3.5. I think that this is going to be a fatigued Sharks team on the second half of a back-to-back. Traveling from Ottawa to Toronto, I know that's not that far of a travel, but you're still traveling there overnight. Toronto is at home waiting for you. And this is a situational spot where I really like the Toronto Maple Leafs in this game. On the puck line, I don't usually lay puck lines like that, but I think that's the way to go. I wouldn't be opposed to a first period puck line as well at +120. That's kind of an interesting play as well. I think that the Maple Leafs strike early, strike often, and I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna triple up on the Leafs in this spot. I really like Toronto tonight. First period puck line -120 or +120 as well is where I'm going to be going for this game as well.
Sounds good. We got one. I think we had a little bit of chat. Tim, what do you think of Seth Curry scoring 25 points in the first quarter? He had about 7 or 8. Yeah, this guy's insane. Curry is insane. We've pretty much known this for a while. Hornets -3. We'll go over those games in just a minute. We do got 2 more games to talk about for the NHL. Next up, we've got the Boston Bruins at the undefeated and future Stanley Cup champions, Boston Sabres. 3-0 Buffalo Sabres. 3-0 start for them. They've looked really good so far this season. Total of 5.5. How about them Sabres?
You're an idiot. Looking at this game. Damn Sabres. It looks like we're going to have Linus Ullmark confirmed in net for the Boston Bruins. Buffalo Sabres are going to have Dustin Tokarski in net. And looking at this game here, no Casey Middlestat for these Buffalo Sabres. That's one of their top centers. Now that Jack Eichel's never going to play a game for the Sabres ever again. Good for him. On the other side, Boston's going to be missing Nick Foligno and Travis Grusnick. That's just their third string goalie. Never mind, I read that quick. And I kind of like Boston in this spot. They are the better overall team, but at this price, I can't get to them at all. I had this game priced. Let me get up my numbers here. I had this game priced at Boston -207. Now that's a 210. I'm gonna just lay off this game completely. It'd be a lean towards the Boston Bruins in this spot. I still think the Sabres suck. This is not a good Sabres team. Don't let them fool you being 3-0. Just no one's told them they have to suck yet. They're going to have one of those streaks where they lose 14 games in a row this season, kind of like an Arizona Diamondbacks. So I'm gonna pass on this game completely and lead towards the Bruins in this spot.
Locked in the Sabres. That's good to go.
Please tell me you're joking.
I put $1.85 on them. No Ekins also. Eakin.
Yeah, Cody Eakin. No Cody Eakin as well.
Dallas Stars minus 150, which will
We'll get to that one next.
put us right into this. We get the Los Angeles Kings going into Dallas, facing off against the Stars. Kings 1-2 this year. Stars 2-2 this year. Stars are a minus 145 favorite. Total of 5.5 in this game. You liking Dallas or are we Kings today?
I got a star in my eye for this Dallas team. I don't know what that was, but I like the way Braden Holtby's been playing so far this year. He's going up against Cal Peterson. Braden Holtby so far this season is 1-1, a 947 save percentage, a 1.75 goals allowed average, and he's going up against Peterson, which I think Peterson's not a bad goalie, but I'm not super high on this LA Kings team this year. He's 1-1 so far this season with a 2.03 goals allowed average, a 929 save percentage. And overall, looking at these two teams, I think that this line should have been way wider. I had this game handicapped around Dallas minus 215, 220. This is one of those games where I think this should be a wider spread game. I took them minus 143, minus 145. I have no problem with the Dallas Stars in this spot here. I'm gonna lay the juice here with the home favorite in this spot. I don't mind it at all. If you want to lower the juice, you can get them at even money. Dallas Stars in regulation. I think that's a halfway decent play as well. But I'm gonna go with just the safe play at minus 145 with these Dallas Stars.
Fair enough. Hop back over to the chat for just a second. Stars under.
Yeah, why not?
So, ESB, what's up, fellas? Loving the hockey picks the past few days.
They've been meh.
And then we do have this hockey game, but
that's going to be our best bet. We're bringing back the best bets, which what we might start doing is the best bets that we usually would say, hey, head over to pick some parlays for. We may start making videos for those under members only. So if you guys want a cheaper way of getting our best bets, that may be a spot to do it. But yeah, this is a game that it's going to be a best bet for us. So it's a pass, or we're going to just skip over it.
Sounds good. We do get to now hop over to the NBA.
Yeah, we get the New York Knicks at the Orlando Magic in this game. This line's moved all the way from 4.5 to 7.5. A lot of line movement here with those Knickerbockers. And then we get a run back here of plus 255 with the Orlando Magic. Total of 212.5 in this game. Tim, where are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, if you wanted to bet the Knicks, I think you missed your line. I will say I got it at a 4.5 yesterday because I like to bet my games a little bit early. I want to confirm that I did get it at a 4.5. Yeah, I got it at 4.5 yesterday. It's up to a 7.5. Honestly, I think I would take it all the way up to 10. Even though it is Knicks on the road, they're against Orlando. And we saw what happened with Orlando last time out. They lost by 26 to a Spurs team that I'm not particularly high on this year. So it's one of those where, yeah, the line's moved up, but I'm all over the Knicks in this one. I think it's a good spot for them. So Knicks coming off of a big double overtime win against the Boston Celtics. I think they come into Orlando and just take care of business. I wouldn't be surprised if we came back tomorrow and the Knicks won by 20. So I'm taking the Knicks. I would take them all the way up to like minus 9.5, minus 10, minus 7.5. I'm fine with. It's all right. You missed your line a little bit. There was 4.5s and 5s earlier on yesterday, but I'm still on the Knicks for today.
Yeah, this is one of those games where I was gonna bet this at 4.5. I had it circled at 4.5. I never got around to betting it, and now that it is where it is, I want nothing to do with this game. If anything, at 7.5 with the amount of line movement, it'd be a lean towards the Magic in this spot. I had this game handicapped at 6.5, so I really wanted it at 4.5. But now that it's moved that way, I'm not betting this game at all. So this is a simple pass for me here.
Here's an extra snippet for you guys. Team total under for the Orlando Magic. That's gonna be one of my favorite bets this year.
Fair enough. We'll move on to the next game then.
Back over to the chat. Knicks minus 4.5 sounds lovely. Not on Orlando at all at the moment. Hey, they are pretty bad. Maybe under team totals for Orlando. That's what I just mentioned. I think that's a solid spot for it. Just because I don't see Orlando getting much. Even though Knicks did allow up a lot of points yesterday, keep in mind it was an overtime game. So not too hung up on it. But we'll go ahead and move on. We got a bunch of games to get through.
And the next one here is the Charlotte Hornets at the Cleveland Cavaliers in this one here. The Hornets 2.5-point favorites in this game are on plus 115 run back here with Cleveland. Total of 225.5 in this game. Are you looking at anything in this one?
I'm not. If anything, it would be leaning towards Charlotte. I feel like this line should be a lot wider of a spread. And that's just a little bit concerning for me. I figured that even though, Charlotte is on the road, I think they're a good enough team where I would be more comfortable taking them like plus 5.5. I feel like that would be more of the ideal line. The fact that they're at 3, even 2.5 on some books, it just screams out a trap spot to me. Like Cleveland could somehow come in and win this game. Charlotte won on a last-second miss from Debutant Sabonis on the Pacers that last game, 123-122. Cleveland on the other side lost by 11 to Memphis, which I still think Memphis is going to be a good team this year. So you can't really they brought that one a little bit closer than I expected, but
didn't cover the spread.
They did not cover the spread, no. But this one it would be a lean towards Charlotte. I just don't feel like I need to get to every single game today, so this is going to be one of the. I think I have 7 plays locked in, so I have a lot of plays today. So this is just one of the games I didn't get to.
Yeah, for me, this would be a lean towards Cleveland at that 2.5. I had this game handicapped at Charlotte minus 1.5, so I see all of a point of value in this game. Not anything I'm willing to go and jump and get to, but I can see Cleveland potentially pulling off an upset in this game.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Hell yeah, boom, yeah. Nick, did anything in the NHL surprise you last night as teams who won or didn't?
Not really. Looking at the ones I got wrong, I mean, I'm not surprised Arizona lost. That Rangers game, I felt like that could have been a pick'em, and that is what it is. And my loss on Montreal, I mean, I had a feeling that Montreal was going to lose that game, but I just felt like that line was super trappy. So that's why I kind of made the move on that game. And plus, I had the game around a pick'em personally. So, I mean, nothing really truly surprised me last night, but it is what it is. It's just a weird start.
Yeah. Under on team totals on Thunder games, yes. I'm a big component for that one as well. Yeah. We'll go ahead and move on.
As the Washington Wizards are hosting the Indiana Pacers in this one, the Wizards are 1.5-point favorites in this game. Total of 228 now in this one. This one's moved up a little bit there, Tim. Where are you looking at for this game?
Yeah, looking at these two teams, Indiana, as we mentioned earlier, they are coming off of a last-second loss to the Charlotte Hornets, 123-122. On the other side, Washington took care of a pretty bad Toronto team. And the team that I'm not going to be too high on this year, at least until Siakam comes back. But one thing that we didn't really see for Washington that first game was their pace. Against an Indiana team, you're going to see some pace from them. It's even without Russell Westbrook on the team, I do think we're going to see a back and forth offense with not that much defense. I added this game a little bit late to my card. I like the over in this game. I think that we see enough pace from Indiana, enough pace from Washington. 226, you're averaging what?
That's 113 each.
What was it?
113 each.
113 points each, which I think is definitely possible. What I was going for was about 56.5 points a quarter. I think you easily get that. I think that you can get a couple 60-point quarters in there. I think this one goes way over. I would expect this line to be more towards a 135 area. I really do think that both these teams are going to score a 120 plus like Indiana did in the first game. I'm going over this, and I got it at 226. Beat a little bit of line movement, so I do like the Indiana-Washington game to go over the total.
Yeah, this one's going to stay off one for me. I just game handicapped at Washington -1, so I see no value on either side here. So this was a stay off for me here.
Fair enough. Yeah, that Knicks game is a 50-50. Can go either way as far as point spread, but Knicks should win. Yeah, I think the Knicks should win by 10, 15, maybe even 20 points tonight. Sabonis over 12.5 rebounds. He's a rebound machine. I wouldn't talk you off of that. You're on Washington here. I think they can go out and go blow for blow with Indiana. Gafford and Harold are nice and peace. Yes. I know this Washington team is not going to be as good as we thought as they were last year. I don't think we see a playoff spot from them.
They were good last year.
Yeah, they made playoffs. They looked fine. Honestly, they looked better than we expected. But I don't know if we can go out and say Washington's going to be a good team this year. I think they're going to be a fast team with no defense. Over is a good call. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do think over is a good call for this one. We'll go ahead and move on to another game.
Yeah, we have the Toronto Raptors are at the Boston Celtics in this game. Boston 6.5-point favorites now in this one. You're getting a run back around +215 here on the Toronto Raptors in this one. Total 218 in this game. Where are you looking?
Yeah, I think we just mentioned the Raptors in the last game. Or as I'm going to call them, the Crafters this year. I don't think they're going to be good, especially until Pascal Siakam comes back, which he's not going to be back for a decent length of time. So I'm not really too high on them. Looking at these two teams, yeah, we saw what happened with Toronto the first game. The score is a lot closer than the actual game said. It was a 15-point loss from them. They were down 30, I think, at one point. They're not a good team. And then Boston went double overtime with the Knicks at New York. Tough place to play. I do think I do think this Boston team is going to be halfway decent this year. And I'm on Boston -6.5 in this game. Unfortunately, I got it at a bad line. I got it like -8. I still think that Boston wins by 12, 15 points in this game. I do not like Toronto in this one. I think it's a solid spot for Boston. Siakam is going to be out with his shoulder. He's considered week to week, and he may only be a few weeks away from returning. So, and that was on the 12th. So he should be back soon. He will not be in tonight. Marcus Smart, questionable, listed as probable for Friday's game with swelling in his right knee. Other than that, all the other significant players should be good to go. I like Boston in this matchup, -6.5. I'll take them all the way up to -8, -8.5. I think that's a fine line. Toronto's not going to be good this year.
Yeah, this will be a lean towards Boston for me. I had this game handicapped around 7. And if you guys need action on Toronto today, just take the Maple Leafs, not the Raptors.
That's fair. I feel you, Nick. It's a weird start to hockey, but it's still early.
Yeah.
There you go. Last Woody standing pick. You're going to get the Celtics? Okay. I don't mind that. I was trying to think of what I wanted to do for last Woody. I think I'm going to do that over in that Washington game as my last Woody standing pick. Celtics, Wiz, Kids, Parleys. Sounds good. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Celtics and the Wizards. Yeah, why not? Thanks for the picks yesterday. Another winning day in NBA, NFL and NBA. Yeah. Truly appreciate it. Of course, dude. Well, we're on a little bit of at least I'm on a little bit of a good run right now. 8-4 start to the NBA season, and I got a bunch of games locked in for today. So hopefully have another good day. And I have 7 plays. 7 plays? Yeah, 7 plays locked in for today. So excited for it. Ready to get into the next one, which I have a play from this one as well.
Yeah, we have the Brooklyn Nets now at the Philadelphia 76ers in this one here. Brooklyn are 3-point favorites in this game now, around a +125 run back here with the 76ers. Total 226.5. Where are you looking here?
Yeah, it's Brooklyn in this game. I know I was all over the Pelicans against Philly last game, and I saw what happened. Joel Embiid is questionable with tonight's game. He has due to right knee soreness, which that's not particularly good if you're a Sixers fan to hear that he's already dealing with stuff, just because he was out a good chunk of the year with knee injuries and leg injury. And just he's a big dude and he's very injury prone, and that's one of the big concerns with Joel Embiid trying to go for an MVP type season. I don't think he plays a lot of games. I don't think he'll play a chunk of games, but I do not think he plays everything, which I think will end up costing him again. I'm on Brooklyn. You're getting a fully healthy James Harden, fully healthy Kevin Durant, and I just think that this Brooklyn Nets team is far better than Philadelphia, especially even with Kyrie out, even with Ben Simmons out. I think that this is a solid spot for the Brooklyn Nets, and especially if you get Joel Embiid, who is having right knee soreness, he's gonna be a little bit slower on the court, and he's not going to be as strong. So, and even I would recommend getting the Brooklyn line now, because if by game time, which we will go over this game during game time decision, because Joel Embiid is going to be the big question. If Joel Embiid is out, I wouldn't be surprised if this went from -3 to minus like 7, 8, because Joel Embiid is that big of an impact on this Philadelphia team. If he is out, all Philadelphia has is Tobias Harris. And that's it. Curry, they have Seth Curry, and they have Andre Drummond as their backup center. If Joel Embiid is out, this is going to be an easy Brooklyn win. So I'm taking Brooklyn -3 now, because I honestly don't want to question whether or not Joel Embiid is in or not. And even if he's in, I still like Brooklyn for this game. So Brooklyn -3, that's my play.
Jeez, if Joel Embiid, do you think this is going up to a 7?
Yeah.
If that goes up to a 7, I'm slamming the other side with the Sixers.
No, absolutely not.
I don't think Joel Embiid's worth 4 points like that. And this line's already moved 1.5 points since yesterday. So, and honestly, that Joel Embiid question mark's the only thing really keeping me off this game. I like Philadelphia in this game. I lean that way. I had them marked a little bit as a favorite in this game, around 2-3 point favorite. I need to know what Joel Embiid's status is going to be. If I can get a 5, 6, 7 on the Sixers, I'm up on that. So that's where I'll lean for this one. I'll lean with the Sixers, not betting this game. I do have action on 2 games, which they're later in the night. So that's where I'm looking one way on that one, but I did not bet it.
Yeah, Nick, just to give you an idea, whether or not Joel Embiid is in or out, right now Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday are what, 11-point favorites? That would be if like Tom Brady gets ruled out and now it's Blaine Gabbert and the line goes down to a 3.
I don't think
it's exactly the same, because that's their big player, and if Joel Embiid is out, I don't see anybody stopping the Brooklyn Nets. That's it. He's all over. You're all over Boston money line. Yeah, I like Boston money line.
Minus.
Yeah, Boston minus points. Yeah,
the same money line is minus
255. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Boston as well. Add the Leafs. Why not? We'll go ahead and move on. We'll go ahead.
Yeah. I'm super tempted on adding a play on this game.
No.
Oklahoma City Thunder are at the Houston Rockets in this game. The Rockets are 2.5 point home favorites.
Stop it. Get some help.
Around plus 120 run back in this game. Total 221.5 or 221. I know you're dying to get to this game.
No. John Wall remains out. He's still looking for another team. Good, hopefully. The two sides are looking to agree on a new team, and that's according to September 14th. So good luck to him. Other than that, all the players should be healthy in this game, but damn, I'm not interested in this one at all. You see, I have no beat on this game because I think if anything, I have to look at a total. But if I look at a total, it's more of a. It's either going to go the two teams can't shoot and it'd be like a 90 to 88 type game, or the two teams can't play defense and it's 120 to 115. No, I'm not interested in this game. I have no beat on this game. Two shitty teams. I'm not interested. Move on.
Alrighty then. With that being said, looking at this game, I do have it power ranked at Houston -3.5 in this game. So I do see a point of value here on Houston. But here's the spot I'll go to on this one. I added this on. I like the Oklahoma City Thunder team total under 109.5 at even money. You said that we're going to like team total unders with the Oklahoma City Thunder this season, and I'm going to do that this game. This is probably the highest you're going to see their team total all season long is against this Houston Rockets team. I don't see them putting up 110 points in this game. Give me OKC team total under 109.5 at even money here.
Fair enough. Not a big component on Oklahoma City, so that's cool. We'll go ahead and move on.
Ooh, another game I have action on, Tim.
I don't.
We have the New Orleans Pelicans at the Chicago Bulls in this one, a 6-point favorite. Now, this line's dropped a little bit, around plus 200 run back here with these New Orleans Pelicans. Total 221. Where are you looking at?
I'm passing on this game. It would definitely be a lean towards the Bulls. At home, I think that this team, they barely beat Detroit by 6. Not really taking too much into it, but New Orleans did not look good in their opening game against a Philadelphia team I'm not particularly high on. And a Bulls team that I still don't know what we're going to get. I pass on this game personally. It would be a lean towards the Bulls in this game. Home field, -6.5. It's -6. First home game of the year, but no, I'm not too interested in going after it.
Yeah, give me the points in this one here. I got them at 7. It's now down to a 6. I like the Pelicans in this spot, plus this 6.5, 7, 6, whatever you can get on them. I have this game handicapped around 1.5. I think this is going to be a closer game than people think, and I like the New Orleans Pelicans here with the points. I would lean towards maybe sprinkling a little bit on that money line with the Pels. I did not sprinkle the money line at plus 200, but I wouldn't oppose it. But I'm definitely liking the New Orleans Pelicans here. I got them plus 7 in this game.
That's fine. I'm not going to argue with it. At the end of the day, it's you can get a little bit of plus money and then go for it. We'll go ahead.
Plus points, yeah.
We'll go ahead and move on to this game: the San Antonio Spurs and the Denver Nuggets. This one is my best bet. My best bet is in this game. So if you guys are interested in that, picksandparlays.net/game time, or you can just go to Picks and Parlays, the site. Go to Earle Sports Bets. You can find my NBA best bet in this game. You can use the code, I believe it's NBA, 20% off. So you can end up getting my best bet for, I think it ends up being what, $20?
Something like that.
So go ahead and check out that one. Link to that's in the description below. Chicago adding some. Yeah, Chicago definitely has a little bit more depth. I do think that the Chicago Bulls will be a good team. Zion's still out, by the way. And Kobe White's out for Chicago, but I don't really think that's going to make a big impact. Chicago with Levine, Vucevic, and DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball. This team's going to be good this year. I need to see how they play together first. So give me a couple games to really look at them. But we'll go ahead and move on to. We got 2 games left. Move on to this one.
Yeah. Phoenix Suns are at the LA Lakers in this spot here. About to pick them here, -115, -105 on the money lines. 1-point favorites are the Los Angeles Lakers. 221.5 is the total in this game. You're looking at getting involved in this one at all?
Yes, sir. Hi, I'm Tim. I'm the CEO and president now. I was part of the Fade Garrett Cole Club. Now it's the Fade Los Angeles Laker Old Fart Club. I'm on Phoenix today. I think Phoenix is a far better team. In this matchup, I understand that Lakers are favored just because they're at home, but I still don't like the symmetry between LeBron, Davis, and Westbrook. I don't think it's a good. I don't like it. LeBron and AD work great. Adding Westbrook, just way too many cooks in the kitchen, and we saw it last game. LeBron had a good game. AD had a good game. Russell Westbrook didn't. And you need all 3 of them to really have a good game because you don't really have much else after that. Carmelo Anthony's going to come off the bench and get some points. Bazemore is going to do a little bit. Dwight Howard was part of it, but other than that, you really don't have much on this team. Phoenix, I know they just came off of a 12-point loss against the Nuggets at home on opening night. I feel like this is a good bounce back spot for the Phoenix Suns. and not the Lakers. I feel like because what we just saw was we saw the Warriors come in and beat the Lakers, and I think the Suns are a better team than the Warriors right now. I'll be on the Suns for this game. +1, pick them, whatever you get it at. I like the Suns in this game.
Fair enough. Then
Bruins, Knights, Red Sox, Yerfie. Bruins.
I like the Bruins, or I'll lean towards the Bruins.
Knights have our best bet game in that. Red Sox lean towards the over, and the Yerfie, yeah, why not?
And for that Laker game, I'll lean towards LA, I guess, because I had that game handicapped -3.
Lakers is at home, going to take LA. Did you take them last game when they lost at home as well? Not really logical. Well, I mean, I'm not. I guess I'm just not a fan of the Lakers this year. Suns +1, yes, that's where I'm at.
At that point, just take the money line.
At that point, yeah, I'm just taking the money line. Final game of the day, and I really like this game.
Yeah, I have a play on this one as well. We have the Utah Jazz at the Sacramento Kings in this one. Total 226 in this one. Utah 6-point favorites, +195 run back here with the Kings. Where are you looking for this final game?
I'm on the Kings. I'm on the Kings at home +6. Sprinkle on that money line. I know I put the Kings as my dogfight pick this for today because I made it past 2 days now. I really like this Kings team. I'm going to be high on them a bunch of this year. And I think the fact that it's a 6-point spread right now with them at home, I just think this is a fantastic spot for the Kings. I think this Kings going to be a sneaky good team. You finally get De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield pretty much healthy now at the same time. Harrison Barnes has been doing his thing. Holmes and Halliburton, Bagley off the bench. This team is solid. And it's not a team full of stars. It is a bunch of like higher tier players or high to mid tier players that work together and they played great. I had them on their opening night on the road against Portland where they got the opening win. I just think they're a solid spot. By the way, this is not me saying that Utah is a bad team. I think this could be possibly a good spot for Utah as well, but Utah is coming off a 21-point win against OKC. I'm not considering that one they should have won that one by that much. Kings should never have won that game against Portland, and they don't let the score change your mind about anything in that game. The fact that the Kings only won by 3, they were dominating that game. It's a little bit slip up in the fourth quarter, but this Kings team is solid, and I'm back on them. +6 money line. I got them all day today. So Kings in this one at home.
Yeah, I'm on the same page here. I got them at +5.5 last night. They're now +6, so the line's moved away from me here. But I like the Kings as well. I had this game handicapped at Jazz -3.5, so I still think the Jazz win this game. I just don't think they cover. I'd also lean towards the team total over 110 for the Sacramento Kings. I do think they score some points. It's going to be a faster-paced Sacramento Kings team. So lean towards that team total over 110. I'll start getting into that more when we start handicapping totals as well. We're going to wait for a little bit more data, which should start in around a week, where we'll start handicapping totals in the NBA. But that's when I'll start. If we like a side and a total for a play, I'll start looking at team totals for that type of stuff. But I'm gonna go with the Sacramento Kings here at +6 against the Utah Jazz in this game.
Yeah. Fade LA all day trio. I cannot back the Lakers until they prove me wrong. So Kings third worst team at home. I don't know where you're getting this information. They've only played one game. This is their first home game of the year. Last year means nothing because last year was still limited crowd, and I think Sacramento didn't have a crowd for most of the season.
Yeah.
So last year means absolutely nothing to me. And I think that this team is solid. I think that you get a little bit more depth with the Sacramento team than most people are expecting. So, I'm not. You said fade Kings and take. No, I'm not. I'm taking the points with Sacramento at home this year. I think Sacramento's going to be a good team. Over 226. I don't mind that. I think that's a solid spot. But that's all the games for today. So, got through all the one MLB, the couple of hockey, big NBA slate. hopefully we have a good day today before we jump into a little bit of a recap. Some housekeeping as per usual. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share it, do all the good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, and our merch. All linked down below if you guys want to go ahead and check all that stuff out. Speaking of Picks and Parleys, Craig did his show earlier. He gave out 4 of his plays and 1 from the consensus report. Me and Nick live either 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock every single day. Hinks will be live at 12. Allie at 1:30. Game time at 6 o'clock. Probably a total chaos tonight at, that'll probably get posted, so it's no longer live. And then free pick videos constantly from the all 3 channels between Earle Sports Bets, Winning Free Picks, and Picks and Parleys. So lots of stuff coming out today. But we'll go ahead and jump into a recap in a minute. Love your India-Washington over. Yes. Kings plus money at home. I like it. Yes. It's early. Got to ride with them. Yes. Ride with them with the points. Anthony Davis over 34.5 pro. I like it. I think that he's going to be one of the bigger players, but I still think that Suns win. You guys are crushing it. Appreciate it, AJS. But let's go ahead, jump into our recap, and then head on out for today. Baseball, I'm on the over in that Boston game. It's hit every single time. Why not tonight? NBA, 7 plays or 6 plays. I don't have my best bet in there. Knicks, minus 6.5 or 7.5, whatever you're getting in at now. Over in that Indiana-Washington game. Boston, minus 6.5. Brooklyn, minus 3. Suns on the money line, and the Sacramento Kings, plus 6 and a sprinkle on that money line. It's also my dog pick for today.
Yeah, for baseball, over. Yeah, like what Tim said. With hockey, I got a lot of money on the Maple Leafs tonight. Team total over 3.5. Toronto first period puck line, and their puck line in general at plus 112. It's even money now. I like the Dallas Stars at minus 143. And on the hardwood, we're going with the New Orleans Pelicans plus the 6, Sacramento Kings plus the 6, and the Oklahoma City Thunder team total under 109.5.
Sounds good. But Nick, let's go ahead and wrap it up for today.
Yeah, that's going to just about do it for this one. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out the video here at Earle Sports Bets, or we go live, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with your Earle Sports Bets show. That's going to just about wrap it up for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here, as always, by my brother Tim, and this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bets show. Thank you guys, and good luck. See you.